BBC Radio Stoke. Oh, some days it's hard to find a lust for anything, isn't it? You're just like, I'm worn out, call it a day. And the man that continually comes to our rescue throughout this pandemic is over in Sandbach. It's Rob Edwards at Life Cycle Coaching. Hello.
Good afternoon, Lou. How are you?
Oh, in desperate need of talking to somebody with some sound advice, please.
I'll look through my directory and see if I can find someone for you.
Well, do you know what? I know we've talked a lot over the last 12 months about, obviously, when it's been a landslide of miserable news, I decided to switch the news off completely. I couldn't take any more of it.
Good idea.
Now we're at the point where we're kind of, I know we're not robots, but it feels like we're trying to be programmed all the time. All the news that's coming our way this week is, oh, be hopeful. Oh, it's great. You might have no mask on. You could be going on holiday soon. And do you know what, Rob? That's amazing for people who genuinely feel that. And I think good for you. But that isn't everybody, is it?
It's not everyone at all. You're right. It's lovely that we can do it, but a lot of people are feeling that pressure now. And even though we're being encouraged out, we're being encouraged back to work. A lot of people are still feeling uneasy about mixing with people. They're still feeling uncertain about changes in the workplace, feeling uncertain about going back to work and doing your job again. It's entirely understandable that people are still feeling like that.
I think as well. I mean, I don't know how you are. I'm not a person who's very good with pressure on. I don't mean at work. I love it, just keep throwing it on. I mean in like with friends and any relationships I've had, people that like kind of want too much, or I'll see you every Tuesday, or I'll do this, and can you do this? I feel suffocated, and I think people are feeling that at the moment. They're feeling that they're not being understood.
Yeah, that's right. It depends on which scale of the continuum you're sitting on. Some people are just eager to get out there and they're wanting to demonstrate that and get everybody involved. But if you're at the other end of that scale and you're not that eager, you are still a little bit nervous, that can feel too much to deal with at the moment.
Is it a bit, I don't think selfish is the right word, because I don't even think it's intentional, but I just wonder how we can be better, because whatever we think and whatever we feel, I know that isn't, so I'm looking at Miranda, our producer, obviously, that I would never think, oh, Miranda will feel the same as me. Are we making too many assumptions?
Yeah, we are. It's an easy trap to fall into, but it's not about seeing things the way that they used to be. It's not about trying to return to life as it was previously now. We've all shared an experience here, and it can be really powerful because that can help to reshape the way that we look at the world and can help us to rethink the way that we live our lives, you see. So the key thing now, I think, is about not trying to return to life as it was and falling into all that trap again and worrying about how we do that. But it's about seeing it as an opportunity to adjust and to amend and to find some ways that work in a more beneficial way for us.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And I don't know if it's about acceptance. I'm trying my best. We've all got different mates, different families, and I would guess everybody's at a different stage with this, right? And with me, I am going out. I'm doing little things. That's how I'm doing it. And I feel lucky nobody's questioned me or gone, why, or ooh, you know, I haven't had any of that. But the other way around, two of my friends are in shielding. One's just had cancer and John's got MS. And they're two of my best friends. And I sent a message to Claire last week and I just said, things are starting to open up again. Love to see you. Let me know when.
Yeah.
Now, the text I got back was, when we've both had our second vaccinations, can we let you know how we feel? Mm-hmm. For the life of me, Rob, I'd never go in and go, no, might want to see you now. Do you know what I mean? I just think we've kind of got to just go, I understand. You know, even if you don't understand it, this is where we're at. Everyone's going at their own pace.
Yeah, I think it would be a real shame if we didn't learn from this experience now. And if we suddenly find ourselves back at where we were pre-pandemic, it would be a shame because it's given us an opportunity to learn. It's given us an opportunity to check in and see how other people are feeling and be a little bit more empathetic about the whole thing. Right?
Yeah,
so
I think you're right. And I know you always have tips for us as well. What's a better way of trying these new things or trying a new approach?
if you're feeling a little bit anxious now about post-COVID, getting back to normality, 3 little things. Number 1, what have you learned about yourself during this time? Try to find 3 or 4 things. Number 2, what positives have you gained from the experience? I know it's been vile for everybody. We can focus on the negatives, right? But we've all taken some positives from it. Maybe we've learned to slow down a little bit. Maybe we've learned, a new exercise routine, or picked up a new hobby or a new habit. And then thirdly, which one of those are you prepared to commit to moving forwards? It would be terribly, it'd be a real shame if we just went back to the way that we used to operate. We've been given an opportunity to think a little bit differently now.
I'm committing. I'm going to do this now to you. I am solely committing to Mr. Motivator.
Oh, do it. Why not?
I can't ditch him now. He's seen me through the last year.
That's it. Get the DVD. Have you still got a DVD player? You must be able to dig out a DVD player.
I don't need to dig it out. It's sat there. It's sat there.
We can all find something that we've started during lockdown in a positive way that we can take forward from here. Don't let it dissolve now that we're going to go back to some form of normality again. Keep hold of those positives.
You're always the voice of reason. You just make me breathe a bit easier somehow. You're fantastic. I know I say this every week. We get messages in for you as well, emails that I've forwarded to you. Can't thank you enough, because you're helping so many people that are listening across Staffordshire and Cheshire.
Oh, that means the world, Lou. Thank you very much. And I'll always respond as well. So if you do want to write in, that's great. Thank you.
How do we find you?
lifecyclecoaching.co.uk.
Tarducks, take good care of yourself.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.